Okay, so this is going to be really quick today. Really quick. Oh, and Mariah is here. Okay, I see you. Yes, getting some points. All right. Very, very quick today because I want to get you guys into your time for yourselves here. So the first thing I want to talk about is you should have your packet. Okay. In the packet is already your review sheet. So let's talk. You guys have a test on Friday. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to do a lab. You guys have already burned the photons. You burned the elements and solid photons. Then tomorrow I'm going to give you an unknown and you're going to tell me what that element is. Okay. What we're going to do on Friday is we have our last test besides our semester exam, and we are doing everything in your packet. This is the Unit 4 packet. Everything in here is fair game. So we wrote it last night. It is 14 questions, and 62 points. So again, it's not just like a whole bunch of multiple choice questions. You're going to have to fill in a chart, kind of like we did like the third page in atomic structure. You have to tell me protons, neutrons, electrons, charge, all that kind of good stuff. So you will have to fill in a chart for that. You will have to know the history of the atom. You want to know the scientists in order, okay? And particularly, hint, hint, make sure you know the scientists off the history of the atom quick study, okay? History of the atom quick study. So we're going to do a couple application questions on here. Nothing I think that's too hard, but maybe applying Aufbau and Hund's rule. Make sure you know those two. But basically, I sat down with a review sheet and then I looked at the test and I said, all right, test question number 1, is that found somewhere on the review sheet? Yes. Test question number 2, yes. So if you can do the review sheet, you can do the test as long as you know what's going on. So there's also in your packet, just because, so again, it's open from 7:30 to 1:30. Those of you at home, the rest of you will take it in class here. 14 questions, 62 points. Got to get that review sheet in order to know what's going to be on the test. I do have a concept map that I printed inside of your packet that has all the information on one page. Just wanted to point that out. So if you wanted to do some review with this. Also, next week, you guys are going to be doing your semester exam review. And what I want you to do is locate all of your packets. And what I would do is start with each page on the concept map, because every packet, you've had 4, every packet has a concept map in it. So when you go to do your review packet next week, make sure you have all of these. They'll help you make it a little bit easier to study. Okay. So concept map can be helpful. I'm not going to have you fill it in because what I want you to do today is I would like for you to practice. And so you're going to do that. And then you have your review sheet. In the review sheet, it gives you an example of a chart you would need to be able to fill out. So make sure you do that. Has all the atomic structure stuff, has some of the history stuff, how atoms emit light. You have your orbitals and all of your other information here. So I'm going to kind of shut my trap here to give you more time. Just so you know, I did put the key to this worksheet in the Wednesday folder. Okay, so if you would like to check yourself, the key is in the Wednesday folder. So I don't suggest you just copy it or anything, but what you will want to do is make sure you did this correctly. Okay, so I am going to just stop my talking. I love to talk though. And I'm just going to leave this up here. I'm going to come around and see how everybody's doing out here. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to talk to you guys at home. But the main objective is that you guys are working, okay, on this review sheet to make sure that you are ready for your test on Friday. Tomorrow is a lab. Those of you at home get tomorrow off to do a little more review, if you will. And everybody in class will be doing the lab. Okay? If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask or check the key or do whatever. Has everybody watched every lecture? I guess that's the number one thing you have to make sure you do. Flip through these, flip through the packet, and make sure you filled in at least every lecture. If you haven't done a lecture, you won't be able to do the test. So, all right, I'm going to walk around in here first. Then I'm going to walk around. I'm going to talk to everybody at home, get some participation points going. But you guys are working on your review. Those of you at home, you need to make sure you have your periodic table. It has really big on the instructions. You need your periodic table. You also might want a calculator, but I'll put a calculator in the actual thing itself. Okay. So yes, great question. Periodic table.